Hello and welcome to the Infinite Escape Room, the puzzling podcast where a group of geographically diverse chums come together, drink together, love, laugh and something or other together, and work together to solve a homemade escape room of the ears. Hello, I am Mike, and in this very special recording I am joined by Tony, Ben, Allard, Bailey and Laura. Well, I said this was a rather special recording, and it is. It's also a very unusual one. Several weeks ago, we were contacted by Nicholas and Jayden over at thepuzzleverse.ca, who got into contact and said, would we like to do one of their virtual escape room games? And, more than that, would we like to record it? We said, ooh, yum yum, yes please, we'd absolutely love to. And so, here we are. So, we have assembled online, we've just been given our briefing, and I have, unfortunately, pressed the record audio button on the background audio about 20 seconds too late. So the way the session worked was that Jayden was sharing his screen with us via Zoom, and we were presented with puzzly things, and we could interact with them via him. Funnily enough, quite similar to the way we do our escape rooms of the ears, which was absolutely fabulous, and we slipped right in, we had a great time. So yeah, a bit of an unusual one. This one is essentially ambient audio of 6 people solving a remote escape room. But we had a great time, and if you've been missing escape rooms because of COVID, then perhaps this will give you a little bit of that escape room panicky vibe. But why not join us on our ISS crisis adventure with the lovely chaps at the Puzzleverse? The adventure begins where we are all aboard the International Space Station, and after waking up and unstrapping ourselves from our sleeping bags, we head to the door. It's locked, and it appears that the rest of the station is on lockdown, and we're trapped in the sleeping quarters of the ISS. And I'll hand over now to our hosts.
Can you figure out what has happened to the station? First, open up the dresser so that you are dressed for whatever awaits you.
Good luck.
Okay.
P.S. That good luck was from our host, Jayden.
So we've got a block of text on the right with some stuff highlighted in different colours. We've got a 9-number keypad, 1 through 9. We've got a wardrobe at the bottom that is clearly sealed. And we've got some sort of tornadoes of stars and colours swirling around in the top left corner.
That's Tony, by the way. He took on the role of responsible adult, explaining what we see for the listeners for the duration of the recording. Cheers, Tony.
Right.
So,
would appear to be 4 digits.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I noticed
4 hash symbols.
on each of the tornadoes there's a different number of stars. So on the red one there's 2. On the green one there's 3 stars. On the green one there's 4. And on the yellow tornado thing there's 5.
Oh, great. And then we've got potentially the colour order on the right, because we've got the blue, red, green, yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we could try that number of stars, couldn't we?
Yeah, 3, 2, 4, 6.
Yes. 5? Or is it 6?
Sorry, 5. It keeps moving. I can't find twice.
Shall we try that then? Yes.
Let's go for it. Yeah.
Cool. 3, 2, 4, 5 then.
Yeah. I say you guys are off to a killer start because that is correct.
Huzzah!
You get dressed and go to the door. It requires a pin to activate.
That was the practice one, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. That
was the
Turn this page over and shine a light
We're very overconfident now.
Today's constellation, the Little Dipper. Okay. So there's a piece of paper. I'm just narrating this for the audience.
Yeah.
There's a piece of paper on the left pinned to beside the door that says, turn this page over and shine a light through. There is a 9 square grid below it with some dots passing through it, joined up that look a bit like the star constellation, the Plough, or the Big Dipper. And at the bottom it says, today's constellation, the Little Dipper, with a arrow pointing as if to turn the paper around. So, I mean, my guess is that we need to flip this paper over and do the dots in order following the line. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so that would be...
So start with 3, I guess.
3, 6,
4, 7, 8. Oh, but there's only 3
threes numbers.
hashes.
Yeah, hold on though. It says if you turn the page over and shine a light through.
Oh, good point.
Maybe some of them are have got like a hole, and some of them are blocked out.
Yeah.
There's only 3. Do we have a torch or anything?
Is it
I don't
possible
know.
for us to flip it over?
No, it is a standstill.
Okay.
But if we do have 3 squares
Gaps.
that that don't have anything in, which would be 1, 2, and 9. If we flip it over.
What about that? What about the
What
arrow?
order?
There's an arrow pointing to the left at the top of the number pad.
There is.
So would it be 921? So you put like
Are we just
the number
overcomplicating
order?
it? Is it not just 654?
But based
Why
on
would it be
what?
654?
Well, I mean, you've got there's 3 digits. You've got 3 lined up perfectly, and if you followed the arrow, you could follow that straight across the middle row.
Can we please submit 129?
Unfortunately, 129 is incorrect.
Should we try
Okay.
654 then?
Let's
quickly?
go for it.
Can we try 654, please?
Unfortunately, 654 is also.
Oh, thank God, I would have been devastated.
I mean,
I was like, it can't,
Not
I was really emotionally invested in not being that. I don't know why.
Not
can we try
654.
921? Yes.
921 is correct.
Hey!
Good thing you're back. Fantastic.
That's what I'm here for.
Enter the common chamber and find it empty. The lights are out and everything seems to be running on the emergency generator. You go to the communication station and start it up for a diagnostics report. It requires you to enter a code.
Right. Ooh.
So, big screen that says firewall access code, and then it's got 5 letters or space for 5 letters. All of them say A at the moment.
Oh, goodness.
Bottom left, we've got a diagram that says this is the moon's position at 0D, which I assume means 0 days. The moon revolves clockwise around the Earth every 28 days. And there is an image to the right of the moon with a dotted circle the Earth with a dotted circle with the moon on it. And the moon is kind of in the top left corner of that.
Sort of 10 o'clock, I'd say.
Yes, the top left corner of that circle, because circles famously have corners. And then we have a table on the right that says lunar cycle with number of cells with different day counts in them, I guess. And then an empty space in the right-hand column. So there's 5. Oh, okay.
I like
So each one,
this.
there's 5 cells top to bottom, which presumably line up with the 5 letters on the screen.
Yes. So is it that we need to? Is it like I can't remember the name of the code things, but so A O D maybe A.
Oh, you think like
just
indexing
trying
the alphabet?
Yeah. So if we went to 21, it's 28. So but I don't think any of the letters on the lunar side.
There's no 27 or 28, yeah.
No.
But there's also a 24.5 and a 10.5.
Maybe that's an umlaut.
I see.
Oh, this is a good one. 21D.
Well, so if we plot it, if we just kind of. Oh, shit. Okay, I've got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we, this is where a piece of paper will be very useful. If we sketch out basically the rough coordinates of, so the moon revolves clockwise around the Earth every 28 days. So there's basically 28 points on this scale. So you mark 28 points around your thing, and you then draw, there'll be letters in these coordinates. These will be coordinates essentially to draw letters. So if we each take a letter, so if I take the top one.
I see
Sorry,
what
I
you
each
mean.
take one of these sets of coordinates. I'll take the top one. Then we can see if that draws out. I'll be really upset if this isn't the answer.
So I'll take the second one then.
I'm sorry, I'm very confused.
I don't
not
really.
following.
So I think what Mike's saying is that the little moon that's on the little the little dotted line around the Earth, if you move it, it'll kind of plot out a letter. So if you
Right.
so say it might if it, say
see.
it was I, for example, it might be a moon directly above the Earth and a moon directly below it. So if you
Got you.
connect them, it spells out the letter I.
Yeah. Because all of these day positions on the right are either multiples of 7 or multiples of 3.5. So they're like fairly easy points to plot on an 8-point a circle with 8 points, I guess.
Yeah.
Is a circle with
Does
8
that
points
make
still a
sense?
circle?
All right. I've already said circles have corners, so yes, in my mind. Cool. So if 0 is top left.
I'm trying to work out where each of them would be. Does 28 divide into 4 at all?
Yeah, 7.
Is it? I thought it was 21.
Oh, it's just 21, 20.
No.
Yeah.
4 sevens. 4 sevens is 28.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. 21 and then 28. Cool. Sorry. Thank you.
I'm feeling slightly less confident about my method now.
But it could be.
So drawing the bottom one, and I'm not really. I like.
Yeah, mine looks like a shopping trolley.
Mine could be C. Because it's
Which
literally,
one have you done?
I've done the second one. I've drawn it just so that's my findings. I don't know if we're allowed to pen and paper in this, but this is what I've done. Sorry. Oh, we can annotate on the thing though.
It was at this point that we remembered that our host had actually enabled the annotate function on Zoom, which allows us to draw on the screen to kind of annotate and make notes on what we're seeing so that everybody can see it, which we had completely forgotten because we'd all been taking our own little private notes like we usually do when we're doing an audio recording. Trust me, this is absolutely going to make great podcast material and won't occasionally be a little bit incomprehensible until Tony fills in the blanks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, we're idiots.
Lord.
Okay.
Right.
So
if we take a
0,
stamp each.
1.
So
okay.
The fourth one is T. I'm confident saying that.
I think the second one's C. Because I'll just do stamps. I'm doing the star one. So C.
No, it's L.
C is L.
The second one, 1421 0 is L.
So it is an L. Yes.
So the first one is P. The second one we decided was L. The fourth one is C. Let's just look at.
Is that U?
The third
possibly?
one, so 7.
I think
7,
it might
14,
be
21.
like,
yes, you're right. Third one would be U.
Yeah.
And the last one,
It's going to
0.
It's going to be Pluto, isn't it?
Oh, Laura. Not just a pretty face.
Very good.
That's amazing.
0, 7, 14. Yeah,
Cool.
Pluto.
Maestro,
yes.
can we please
well
submit
done.
Pluto into the machine?
Pluto is correct.
Hurrah!
Well done.
Port is on the screen, but it appears to be encrypted. Use the key next to the computer to decode the message.
Ooh.
Right. So
Did
we
anybody
have
else start sweating when they saw that?
So we've got a screen on the left that says diagnostic report with 4 rows of text. The first one has +5 and some letters. The second one has -2. The third one has +3. The last one has -1. So we have and then we have a table of 1 equals A, 2 equals B, and so on the right hand side. So I guess we need to just add 5 and go from there. for the
Yeah.
first one.
I'll work from the bottom if you want. So I'll do CNVM.
I'll
who wants to do the third one?
I'll
Okay,
do
you're gonna do
for
that.
Pukakazigazlaga.
I'll do the first one.
You could probably split for blah, 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 between people.
Okay, who wants to do the back half of Pukakazigazlaga?
I'll do it.
Marriage power activate.
Hooray.
Form of an argument.
Where are you counting the back half from, though? Is it an even number of things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I think if we'd met somewhere in the middle, then you and I would probably disagree over which bits we'd got wrong.
So I've got the bottom one.
You up until L, I'll do from the F onwards.
So just to make sure we're all doing the same thing, we are taking the number on the left, adding it to the numbers on the and then taking the letter, finding the corresponding number, adding as many, and then taking whichever letter corresponds to that.
So for that first one, the R would be find R, which is 18, add 5.
And +5 is 23.
And then
W.
Okay, that's what I've done. I'm just checking my working.
Yeah. Next shift.
So I take it. So I've got BMVL, but Bumville. Or
Yeah, I
U,
got the
sorry. BMUL.
Yeah, I've got Wodoib. WODOYB. I think that's what I've got.
Oh, you big Wadoib.
Who's
So
taking
maybe they need to be.
number
Maybe
one?
they're anagrams.
Lumbar.
Yes, I think there might be anagrams also.
Bum.
If they are, then number 3 is a bastard of an anagram. That's got Q and X, 2 Qs.
Whoa. That's a high Scrabble score, though, isn't it?
After you've unscrambled it, it's got 2 Qs.
Oh yeah, idiot. Never mind me. I'll just
Be 2
get back in my
ends,
box.
I think. Yeah.
2 ends. We can work with 2 ends. We can work with 2 ends.
So you can, as well as drawing, you can type text on the screen, which might be useful.
Brilliant.
Because I happen to know that Laura is fantastic at anagrams. Every puzzle I've been in with Laura, she's just looked at letters and been like, that's a word.
This is where I prove everybody wrong. But
Right, I've just put the bottom one in. Bummel. I just want to say bum. Blum. Saturn? Oh, no. Is it a space theme, do you
Saturn?
think? I know, I just saw S and A, but it's not Saturn. Nando's. Nearly. That's where 2 ends would have come in handy.
I mean, if it's not one, it's definitely the other.
Something that could be awful if this is the case.
Go for it, Ben.
We're presuming they're all distinct like words that will scramble within themselves. What if they're not and they all go together to be unscrambled?
Oh my god. Then
Violence.
Oh, hang on. What if these are already index shifted?
what?
So,
we don't just
the
miss it.
first, if we take the first one as an example, if we do minus.
So you mean
5
go
on the first one,
backwards?
just to see, because if we just do it on the first
Okay.
one,
Oh,
see
no,
if
no,
we
that-
get a word.
So R minus 5 is M. J minus 5 is E. I think you might be onto something here. Y minus 5 is T.
I've got.
Meteor. Yeah, okay.
Hey,
Oh, wait.
Right.
I've got.
So go the other way. Good thinking, Collins.
giddy.
I've
I
got.
got meteor shower.
Alum.
So your one, Bailey, would be, rather than going -1, do +1. So C would become D.
I've gone the wrong way again. Sorry. Okay, that makes sense. It's not alum.
It's down.
No, that's the person you live with.
Down.
There we go. It is alum. That's the Welsh spelling. Yeah. Alum. Or doib alum.
Meteor shower.
Down. Meteor shower. And then down.
Something
down.
Down. Something.
Well done, Ben.
Shower.
We don't need any clues. We're clueless. Hey.
Oh, communications. Communications down.
Ah, there we go.
okay.
It was the double M that got me.
Yeah.
I'm on Communic.
Yes, and it ends with an S. Communications down.
Can we please enter then into the keyboard meteor shower communications down?
You guys are correct. Well done.
Yay! Da-da-da-da.
Look outside and see the communication array is disconnected. You'll have to go out and fix it. You put the spacesuit on and adjust the gauge levels.
What should each gauge
Oh,
be
what
set
doib.
to? It says, oh boy.
Sorry.
Wood boy. Okay, so we have 4 gauges for temperature, which is 0 to 100, pressure, which is 0 to 10, oxygen, which is 0 to 1,000, and communication, which is 0 to 1,000. The communication meter. Spacewalking rules. Number 1, spacewalking with peers can make it 10 times more nerve-wracking than walking alone. 2, when you face the sun, be sure to use the polarized visor or you'll burn your face in a quarter of a second. 3, make sure you have half enough room to secure your primary and secondary breathing tanks. So is that half? Do we think that's a typo, or do we think that's a deliberate thing to make us think half?
I think
Something to
it's
ponder.
deliberate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, everything is deliberate. And 4, stay in touch with your space mates by frequently updating linked lines. Okay. So, and then the gauges that we're looking at, all of them are pointing directly up. So they're on 50, 5.0, 500, and 500. So spacewalking with peers can make it 10 times more nerve-wracking than walking alone.
1 to 3 of numbers, or like number values in them. So you've got 10 in the first one, you've got quarter or a second, which is the second one, and you've got half and third, but there's nothing in the fourth one.
Yes, but each one of these, well, each one of the sentences maps to a gauge, so we've got to figure out which gauge is which. So half enough room to secure your primary and secondary breathing tanks.
Oxygen.
Would that be oxygen? Yeah.
Also, I think
temperature would be polarized visor.
Pressure, nerve-wracking.
Pressure would be number 1. Yeah.
And then staying in
times
touch with
more
communication, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we don't know what to put it. So would temperature be at 25 as a quarter? Because it's when you face the sun, be sure to use the polarizer a quarter of a second. So it'd be 25 of 100.
Yeah.
Pressure would be 10.
What did we say oxygen was going to be?
Oxygen would be half in there, so
500.
So where it is now, 500, yeah.
So then stay in touch with your space mates by
frequently updating linked lines. I mean, maybe just put it on 1,000.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
We are trying to fix the communications tower after all.
Yeah, so you need to kind of be at full communication. I'm going to sneeze.
Okay. So should we go on?
Well, I'm just thinking. So something about linked lines. If I can, there you go. So we're going to set temperature to 25.
Well, should we have a crack at the numbers that we've got so far, and if they don't work, then we can see if there's more complexity to linked lines. Should we give that a go?
That sounds good.
So we go in 1,000 for 4. Can we? Yeah, for the 4th stage.
Yeah. So can we please set temperature to 25, pressure to 10.0, oxygen to 500, and communication to 1,000?
You guys are correct. Well done.
Hey!
Very well done.
Fabulous. You free walk outside and reach the communication array.
Oh, dear Lord.
Right, this is a very visual one that I don't think I'm going to be able to explain. So the text at the top says use the pieces
target
on
voltage
the right.
plus 5.
Use the pieces on the right to reach the target voltage. Green pieces are positive and red pieces are negative. Target voltage equals plus 5. So we've got a kind of maze where we need to shift pieces around. We have some leftover pieces on the right, and I guess we've got to add and subtract numbers as we go through the maze to reach the target voltage in the finish block in the bottom right corner. Goodness me. Okay.
Laura, you're good at these.
I love it's just like anytime it's a hard one, it's like, can we throw Laura under the bus?
Yeah.
No, we're not throwing anyone under the bus, but she's very good at puzzles, like visual puzzles like this.
Hello, Editing Mike here. So, listening back to this section, this does not translate well at all to audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a huge chunk of it out. But in the meantime, here's what's happening. We have been presented with essentially a large set of pipes and some bits that we can put in. However, we also, at the same time, have to make lines in those pipes add up to correct numbers. So the pipes have little numeric values, which is frightfully complicated. In fact, too complicated for my tiny little brain. So Laura and Ben figured this bit out. But also, all you'd hear for the next 10 minutes is basically us shouting out numbers and pointing at things which you can't hear on a screen that you can't see. So anyway, back to the action, just as Ben and Laura have sussed it.
So yes, we go. We'll go green,
6, 8.
and then
6, 8. Minus
the
2,
L
6. Yeah, minus
1.
Yeah, and then a neutral.
And then you put the white piece in there,
Yeah.
but it's turned
Brilliant.
it's turned the other way.
once. Yeah.
Yeah, because we can rotate.
Clockwise. Okay.
Yeah, can we
Brilliant.
do that, please?
Can we make it so?
submit? Make it so.
Yes, you got that is correct.
My internet cut out there, so yeah,
Go back
good job,
to
everyone except me.
Find out the Mars rover has new information.
I did nothing
for
either.
you. Find the code to receive the info.
Oh,
The Mars rover has new information. Oh, goodness, that's a lot of letters. Big grid of letters on the left. Sort of crossword
We don't need
looking
to.
grid on the right.
Yeah. Say every letter, Tony. Our listeners need to know.
We've got
Do we
six,
just-
so we've got
do we
to
line-
6 characters.
Do we line this up so the squares up on the other side and find out what those numbers are? So 1.
Oh.
So 6 would be I.
And on the right hand side, we've got just while you all are putting squares around letters, we've got the symbol for male, but pixelated. So the circle with the arrow pointing top right, and some pastel coloured sort of gradient sliders, which are just lovely accent.
So it looks like the symbol is the code thing in the center, but broken up. So we'll just need to rearrange the code thing in the center so that it replicates the male symbol. Is there a name for that symbol? It feels like there must be a name for that symbol. So this would be 1.
I think.
This would be 5. This would be 3. 6 would be here. 4 would be here. And 2 would be here. That's my theory.
So what? Sorry, what's the theory? I'm really confused.
So on the right-hand side, you've got the thick lines that run left, right in the middle and top, bottom in the middle. So if we break that up into 4 squares based on those lines and rearrange them, you get the symbol on the right.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay.
You want to see a doctor about that.
Wait.
Oh, there we go.
It looks like a pomegranate.
Sorry. Cool. Collins has already done the work, right?
Oh, Spirit Rover. Of course.
Ah, the Mars rover. Okay, yes. So, should we input the word spirit?
Yes, please.
Oh my god.
Tremendous.
Mike, you're a...
Spirit. Good work.
Spirit is correct. Well done.
Hey!
Okay.
All I did was drink wine. It's great.
I'm out of wine. I need more wine.
Alerts you. ISS is on track to collide with the Skylab, and you should visually verify using the onboard telescope.
Okay.
Totally
I can
explain.
see Uranus.
There's a lot going on. There's a sort of radar screen in the top left corner. Is it radar, sonar? I don't know. Space-Star. The distance tracker with distances to Jupiter, 500 million miles, Saturn, 750, Neptune, 2.7 billion. Skylab is only 50 miles, and that's in red. I feel like that's probably significant. Uranus is 1.7 billion. Yep. And then just a whole bunch of scrambled versions of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A series of rows, and then input code to verify is 7 letters. 7 letters.
Yeah.
And then we have a map on the side, or an image with the Skylab satellite and pictures of each of the planets labelled. If we look at,
which is Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune.
Yes, the ones that we have the distances for on the left.
Yeah.
This radar thing in the top left has 5 dots on it, and we are looking for distances to 5 things. But I'm not sure if that's relevant.
So I would assume that Skylab is the red dot, and it's 50 miles. Yes, because it's south of what, assumingly the horizontal axis is 0. We should put Skylab then -50, hence in red.
Sure.
Yes, yeah.
We can see in the picture that Skylab is bigger than the planets, but that's probably because it's closer, and objects that are closer to you appear larger.
You see, this cow is close, but it's very small.
You got there ahead of me.
Oh,
Webcam
to be
keeps
sure,
cutting out.
Ted. But on the radar, just to say, so there's like kind of, it's separated into quarters, but the very first quarter is separated into 2, and there's a dot very close to the closer to the center, and then the other 4 dots are in the first half of that quarter, and then in the last quarter.
Yes.
So whether another theory could be that Skylab is the one closer to the center of the circle, and the planets are the other 4. But
yeah,
but I don't think that. I don't know if that means anything. And then we've got a load of numbers.
Well, wasn't the doodad flying at us? So
so we got 7 lots of numbers, and we need a 7-digit code or a 7-letter code. So
and there's 5. All of those codes are made up of 5.
Like the same
numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we have 5 objects whose distance we are tracking.
Oh.
So each one of those objects is one of those numbers. So maybe it's just that we need to put them in order.
I
but
think
Skylab needs to be at the very top because it's
1,
the closest.
2, 3.
No.
Yes.
No, I reckon we add them up, and the sum of each of them is an index to the alphabet. So the first one is 10. That would be M. What was K? Is it?
But there's 2 5s, 50 and 500. 5 million. Sorry, no. 500
Oh, no, Ben's talking.
Sorry.
Ben's just talking about the numbers at the bottom.
Because unless I've miscounted, there are seven groups.
Okay.
Then what have the distances got to do with anything?
I don't know. Let's see what this gives us.
Yeah.
So what lines are we taking? Is because just so everyone doesn't do the same one. I'll go from the bottom if no one else is.
Yeah, I'll do the second from bottom. I'll do number 6.
So we're just adding these together.
Yeah, because I've worked them all out quickly, and I've got JRNSFQO.
Ah, JRN.
Oh, I missed it. Right, the thing. Yeah.
So we've JRNSFQO. Interesting.
Just making sure my writing was correct.
SFQ.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I had to write out the alphabet and write numbers under each letter.
Yeah. So,
should we try it?
Is there a
it might just be gobbledygook.
I mean, yeah. My assumption is that it would have to end up being a word.
Yeah,
that's just me being a romantic. Can we, please, Mr. GM? Can we try JRNSFQO? It's catchy.
That is incorrect.
Okay. Well, we'll try.
I think I've worked this out.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh.
I've been pursuing a different line of inquiry.
Come on then, Collins.
I will need just one more minute to work out if I am. But if I am, I'll get a celebratory glass.
We're going to collide with Skylab. We haven't got a minute.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, in which case...
no, we've got 19 minutes.
I just need to work out one more. I think I might be able to guess what the word for this is, though. I think it is a word. I don't think it's a sequence of random letters. I think it's a word.
Okay.
And I have a suspicion about the word. So 3.
Building the suspense there.
I know.
2.
This is going to make good listening on the podcast.
Suspense is killing me.
Okay, so basically, my thinking is that the first 3 letters are con, C-O-N. And I'll tell you for why. So, if we take these letters and we use these to give a value to each of the tracker distance things. So, if we go arbitrarily and say that we are going from closest to furthest away, so 1 to 5, we get 1, 2 on Jupiter, 3 on Saturn, 4 on your bumhole, and 5 on Neptune. That's correct, isn't it? On distance. Okay, if we then go from that and then go 3, 2, 4, 1, which is Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Skylab, we get what looks like a C. If we then go 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, 3, we get the same, which looks like an O.
One again.
Yeah.
I think the N Neptune is 4, 2, 5, 3, which, just let me erase this.
Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn.
So Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune,
Saturn. Yeah, that's an N. Yeah. Oh, Collins. This is so good.
3, 2, 5, 4, 1. So 3 is
Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus. Wait.
Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus,
Neptune, Uranus, Skylab.
No idea what that is.
An E?
It could be an E.
Cone.
24
is an I.
Yeah, Jupiter, Uranus.
Okay.
Yeah, I.
And then
M.
So
M, is that?
That last one is M.
So we need to do Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, Skylab.
It's a P.
Yeah.
It's P.
So Conimp.
What was that? What was that one there?
Which
3, 2, 4, 5,
E.
4, 1. We think
I think it was E. Should we try it again?
Yeah, it feels like it will be a word. Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Uranus.
Uranus, Skylab.
Skylab. Could be an F.
F. Confirm. Is it confirm?
Oh, confirm.
Oh, of course.
Well done.
Oh.
Do I get my... Can I get my glass of wine?
Well done. Oh, whoa.
Hey.
That was correct.
Yay.
I'm lucky.
Amidst your panic, you discover you could swing and release the space arm to change the trajectory path of the ISS so that the Skylab misses. You go to the arm controls and begin to wind it up. It requires a code to release it.
So,
timing
matters according to this one. Type in the code to release the arm. The code starts with a 6 and there's 3 hashes. So there's an arm spinning around and Skylab is upon us. The day of the Skylab has come. So, type in the code to release the arm.
It's spinning at different speeds as well.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Do we think that on one rotation it takes 6 seconds and the next it takes a different amount?
That's a very good one.
Good work.
Timing matters. That's what it says.
Timing does matter. I thought it was going to be the time at which we press the button or something works. And I thought, how the hell is that going to work with video call lag? This makes a lot more sense. Okay, I'm getting a stopwatch up. I'm going to start and stop. So that was about 6 seconds. Oh, God. Oh, I'm not nearly as competent at this as I thought I was. Okay, start.
I've currently got 6-2.
Stop. That was 4.
I've got a feeling. I might just throw stuff out here. I think it might be 6285.
Well, should we try
give it a go. Yeah,
let's go for it. Can we try that, please?
It is not 6285.
Well,
I saw a smirk and I thought I might be right.
Oh,
okay.
So close, Ben. So close.
So why don't we do me, Laura, Mike, Bailey, and Ben. I can't see Alid on my screen, so he doesn't exist anymore. And Ben, you give us the cues to do it when you think the 6 is coming. Oh, Alid's here.
Tony,
when I think the 6 is coming. No, what I would say is that let's just go and we'll figure out.
We'll work out where the 6 is. Cool. Yeah. So we're going Tony, Laura, Mike, me.
Collins.
Okay.
Hang on.
Are we all happy with that?
Yeah.
Tony. Laura. Mike. Bailey. Stop.
All right.
So I got
8.
4.
I got 8.
I got 6.
Cool. So 6284.
Can we try?
Please try 6284.
Is correct.
Yeah.
The method works.
Teamwork makes the dream work in space.
The arm swings and releases, and all you can do is watch and hold each other's hands as the Skylab hurls towards you. You close your eyes and are thrown to the side as the Skylab doesn't seem to fully miss. The lights go red and the alarm sounds. The ISS spirals and you have to reach the panel to hit the stabilizers.
Oh, God. Right, we've got 6.5 minutes, guys. Oh, blood. Oh, no.
I shouldn't have got more wine.
Oh.
So the screen is spinning. Tony, do you want to do your
All right,
thing?
I've got a screenshot. How to stabilise the blue button between the red and yellow button. 2 buttons are between the green and yellow button. The green button is in the first column should be pushed.
For the listeners, we have a spinning note sort of sign in front of us, and
I may have cheated slightly there. Sorry.
No, to be fair, I did exactly the same.
My concern is that we've only got 5 minits left on the clock because we've spent a lot of time narrating.
We've got stabilizer information. 1 button from each column needs to be pushed to stabilize the ISS, and we've got a line of blue, green, red, yellow buttons, 4 in each line. Let's go.
Okay. So the blue button is between the red and yellow button. The 2 buttons are between the green and yellow button, and the green button in the first column should be pushed. So we know that yellow has to be last, right?
It's
because there's
GRBY
between yellow and green.
So be green, red, blue, yellow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Green, red, blue, yellow.
Red, blue, yellow is correct.
Hey.
Yay!
That took all of about 20 seconds. It worked, team.
And the damage report outlines that the Skylab luckily collided with the most distal compartment, the greenhouse. Your section is closed off. Without the greenhouse, you run out of air in minutes. The ISS is lost, but you can still make it out with your life as you make your way to the escape pod. You grab the research drive, jump into the escape pod, and begin preparations for detachment.
Only one of you could leave.
Oh boy. Okay, the convergence. Line up the planets in this order from the sun. Green, white, blue, red. So I guess... Oh, okay. Circles may be rotated and columns may be shifted up and down. Shifted columns will also shift the opposite column in the same direction. For example, shifting the white planet down will shift the blue planet down as well. Planets can hop over the sun to the next available spot. Converge planets in 3 moves to detach.
Oh my god, 4 minutes, guys. How are we going to do this?
The blue button is between the red and the yellow button.
What?
It says up in.
Yeah, no, that's another.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so we've got to get. So there's the dotted circles in the bottom left of the circle is where we need to get the different coloured blobs. So they go red, blue, white.
We haven't had any clues yet, guys. By the way, and I'm just thinking we've got 3.5 minutes, so we could ask.
The planets in 3 moves to detach. Good point.
A blank column through here.
Yeah.
That we can potentially use to shift things around each other if we need to.
But we only have 3 moves.
Minutes. What?
We only have 0.4 converge the planets in 3 moves to detach. So, yeah.
I know I'm a bit of a clue whore, but please, I just think we've got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Or if we know how to do it, do it. Yes, clue. Can we have a clue, please?
Yes, you can absolutely have a clue. So the first thing I will direct your attention to is this in the bottom left-hand corner. So they should line up like this, but not necessarily in this column.
Okay,
so
cool.
Part A for this clue, and part B would be that your first move will be, if I can draw, to move this here and to move this one here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the red moves out past the blue and the green moves up into the spot next to the white. Yeah.
So
that gives. And then we just move it, and then there, and then we move it up, and then we get the right order because we do that, and then we get red, blue, white, green. So that's the move order. So we go move out one, move counterclockwise one, and then we move
everything down,
shift everything across
these spaces.
One.
You guys are correct.
Hey!
Yay!
Escape pod latches from the ISS, and you begin to enter Earth's atmosphere. You deploy the parachute, and the pod safely lands in the ocean. You don't have to wait long until NASA shows up to congratulate you on retrieving the research data before you left. You are hailed as heroes for your quick thinking and given an extra long paid vacation as a result.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Oh, well done.
That was awesome.
Good.
That was great.
That's not bad. 1 minute 36 to spare.
Good shout, Bailey, on getting that last clue.
How did we do on the average clue curve?
Very well. You guys obviously use your hint very strategically, looking at the time, which, was very well done. You guys, that one, a lot of people get stuck on that last one. If you don't have that first hint, it can definitely be a doozy, especially if you don't see the thing in the bottom left corner. People get tied up over getting it in that exact column. So I think that was definitely But yeah, for 58 minutes and 24 seconds, one hint for 6 of you, that is very well done. I hope you guys are great.
Hey,
that was really good fun. Thank you so much for that. That was really wonderful.
That was awesome. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, really, really smart, really enjoyable.
Were you guys
do that?
Are there any others that you guys had weren't too sure how others resolved them that you would like to know how it was done? There was one I noticed. The frequently updating linked lines for the gauges. If you were to have taken the first letter, it would have been full. You guys still had it up. That would have been. That's more or less the logic.
Oh, so we just happened to get that one by chance.
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
Frequently update your link lines. Okay, you've just crank communication up to 100,000. That will frequently update. Presume 1,000 is the cadence of update.
This one.
What was it meant to be?
Frequently updating linked lines is full. FULL.
Oh my gosh, of course it is.
So we just blagged that.
You're like,
one.
well, you want to communicate 1,000.
Conceptually, it wasn't incorrect.
It was fine.
Yeah, no, I love things like that. Like in one of our other games, there was kind of like a cooking methods one, and we had this family play, and they're like, well, I think chop would be first because that's the way I would do it in the kitchen. And like, it got them the right answer. And I was just like, I absolutely love this. This was absolutely not how this was supposed to go. Yeah, it's great.
This is the first time I've done like an interactive Zoom one. I've done one before where you instruct somebody to do something, and maybe they'll play a bit of video or actually do something for you. But this is the first one where like actually using the Zoom tools to draw and everything. It was so collaborative in a different way to what we're used to. We're normally drawing stuff on a bit of paper, locally, and then just talking to each other. But actually being able to draw on the screen was, I think you saw that it took us a little while to actually do that. But I think once we did it, once we started, we kind of couldn't stop.
Yeah,
I think there's a case to be made for having a crack at doing like a live video episode, somebody OBSing into YouTube. Obviously, normally we're quite dependent on the edit to take out the things that John says that can't be published. John's not here tonight, Jayden. You'll be pleased to hear. I'm sure he won't he won't object to me saying that. He calls me Jiminy Cricket. So it would be interesting to try doing like a video version of it where one of us develops graphics similar to this. For the audience.
Yeah. Again, well volunteered, Tony.
Thank you.
Great,
That'll be
cool.
really. I'll come solve it. Yeah, that sounds a really good room.
All right, give me 3 to 6 months.
Sold. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for today. I've had a really good time.
Well, thank you guys so much. You guys were awesome. I really had fun listening to you guys think out your thoughts. You guys were really interesting.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you. Thanks to
Michael Collins is the host now. Dangerous. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah, take care, guys. Have a good rest of your day.
Take care.
And you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, guys,
That was fun.
yeah, wasn't it just?
Yeah.
What do you all think?
So thanks for joining us as we solved the Puzzleverse's ISS crisis. We had a really great time doing it, and I'd once again just like to thank Jayden and Nicholas over at thepuzzleverse.ca for letting us do the room and for letting us record it and have such a cracking time. If you want to check them out, thepuzzleverse.ca. They were really good fun. The normal continuity of the Infinite Escape Room will resume next week. But in the meantime, we hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you would like to subscribe, you can do so on all of your favourite apps, feeds, iTunes, and at our website, theinfiniteescaperoom.com. You can also get in touch with us via Facebook and Twitter. We are at tier_podcast. That's tier like the top tier, and not tier like the salty thing that comes out of your eye holes. We love you lots, and we'll see you next time on the Infinite Escape Room. Bye-bye now.